Hey, konnichiwa, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. Long time no see. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you Genki? I hope so. Okay, quickly, because this is a long one. This is a long pick of the week. Let me just shout out like 2 or 3 releases from last week, which I didn't get a chance to review, but I really enjoyed G.I. Joe, issue 1, Joshua Williamson, Tom Riley on this. Great work in here. I love the Baroness, the way that she's characterized, and there's some pretty cool banter between Destro and Cobra Commander. We also had a cool issue of Batman and Robin with the new writer, Philip Kennedy Johnson. This is issue 15, but it's only his second issue. Great characterization of Damian and Bruce in here. Yeah, really good and quite emotional, surprisingly moving. And the last one to shout out is Absolute Batman issue 2. Yes, I believe that you should believe the hype. I think this is so much fun. It's entertaining. It's a little bit dark, a bit gritty. There's some cool art by Nick Dragotta. So yeah, Scott Snyder, he's on the ball with Batman. Okay, now let's get on with the picks for this week. Where are we? November 18, 19, 20th, 2024. Starting as usual with DC. First one is Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 33, The Magic Number. This is written by Mark Waid, no comment, and art by Adrian Gutierrez. It's part 3 of Shadows Fall, or Darkness Falls, not sure, it says in the solicit here. 32 pages, $3.99. Eclipso's reign of terror has brought the Justice League to the brink of civil war, but there must be a way to break the spell. The answer lies within the very power source that allows Superman to race faster than a speeding bullet. It's a battle for Earth's yellow sun in the dramatic conclusion of Darkness Falls. Love the cover by Dan Murrah. There's some nice variant covers for this, by the way. A pretty cool McFarlane Toys variant. But yeah, I'll probably pick up the main cover. I'm enjoying World's Finest, despite the public breakdown of the writer.
How dare you!
And yep, said drama queen writer has another book out this week. It's also Batman and Robin, Year 1, Issue 2. Written by Mark Waid, art by Chris Samney. Gotta say, I loved Issue 1. I loved the art style, Chris Samney's art style in it. And the kind of throwback to Batman and Robin when they were young. Yeah, really, really cool. Dick Grayson is struggling to adjust to his new life as Bruce Wayne's ward, with both Bruce's rules and Batman's training making his life difficult. But Dick is happy to remind Bruce that turnabout is fair play. Gotham's newest crime boss, the General, continues to vie with Two-Face for control. But could an alliance benefit both of them and spell trouble for Batman and Robin? $3.99, 32 pages, very worth getting, really good book. A possible wild card from me and a rare entry for Catwoman, issue 70. It's a new writer on this who she wrote Thor for Marvel before, which I didn't really get into, but I want to give it a try. It's Torun Grumbeck, I think that's how you pronounce it, Grumbeck. Art by Fabiana Mascolo, $3.99, 32 pages. Great cover, by the way. Who's doing the cover? The cover is done by Sebastian Fiumara. Oh, right, nice one. Max Fiumara's brother. I think it's Max who does the work on the Sacrificers from Image, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. Here's a synopsis from DC. In search of clues regarding the bounty that's been placed on her head, Selina travels to Berlin, hoping to reconnect with one of her old accomplices from her days as a roaming international thief. But it seems not even her cachet of disguises and tricks can protect Catwoman from the watchful eyes of those hunting her. With deadly assassins coming out of every nook and cranny, Selina's chances of uncovering the secrets of her unseen enemy seem slim. Can Catwoman find out exactly who wants her dead and why? As I say, I'm going to give this a shot, see what it's like. I listened to Jim and Eric's reviews on Weird Science, and I think the last issue, it sounded like they were more positive than usual. So yeah, maybe give it a shot, and I need to read the last issue, catch up with a new writer. Next up, and one I've been looking forward to, Batman Full Moon issue 2, written by Rodney Barnes with art by Steven Subic. $5.99, a black label title, glow-in-the-dark cover for this main cover. There's a pretty cool variant cover by Francesco Francavilla as well. Here's a synopsis. Caught in a world of magic and myth, Batman must rely on the help of Zatanna and John Constantine if he's to save his city and himself from the curse of the werewolf. But with the full moon approaching, will the ancient magics Bruce's allies manage to summon be enough to keep the beast away? And can the werewolf's human half find the salvation he so longingly desires? Wow, that's some synopsis. Yeah, I heard kind of mixed reviews for the first issue. People were saying that writer Rodney Barnes couldn't really get Batman or Bruce's voice right, but the werewolf scenes were pretty epic, and come on, that's what we're here for. A new title here, it's probably going to be a miniseries. I've heard it could be between 4 or 6 issues. The Question, All Along the Watchtower, issue 1. Written by Alex Segura, art by Kian Tormey. It's $3.99, 32 pages. Who watches the Watchtower? In the wake of absolute power, the Justice League Unlimited has created a haven for all heroes, but can they keep it secure? Enter Renee Montoya, reeling from an abrupt end to her time in Gotham and looking for a place to hang her hat. But the Trinity didn't bring her up to the Watchtower to relax. There's a dark threat bubbling underneath the surface, and only the Question and her ad hoc support team stand a chance of figuring out who the problem is before it's too late. It says characters are the Question, of course, Batman and Superman in this book. Yeah, it's a bit of a wild card, but I'm going to give it a shot, see what it's like. Now it's time for the Marvel picks for this week, starting with Ultimate Spider-Man, issue 11. Yes, I'm still reading it, just about. Written by Jonathan Hickman, art by David Messina, cover art by Marco Cicchetto. This is $4.99 for 32 pages, and look at this cover. Can you guess who it's meant to be? Who is the ultimate Black Cat? Tensions rise between Spider-Man and Green Goblin in the wake of recent events, and a new villain steps up to the plate. What is her connection to the Black Cat on Kingpin's Sinister Six? That's all it says for the synopsis. Yeah, looking at some of the comments, people saying, not the biggest fan of this Ultimate Black Cat design. Fluffy hair is cool, but the lack of white in the hair or the costume makes her look like Catwoman. Anyway, I'm kind of on the fence with Ultimate Spider-Man at the moment. To keep reading it, it's kind of, I don't know. It's good, it's not a bad comic, but not been that exciting. But hey, it's a lot better than the main Spider-Man title. Although that could change, you never know, with the new writers. Next up we have Wolverine, issue 3, written by Saladin Ahmed and art by Martin Coccolo. $4.99, 28 pages, legacy issue 395. Department H goes hunting. Canada's Department H has their sights trained once more on Wolverine. Years ago they played a role in Weapon X and Logan's first assignment. But what else are they hunting now that mutants are hated and feared more than ever? Meanwhile, Wolverine's unlikely ally may have just killed an innocent, and old enemies of Wolverine's gather as more sinister machinations unfurl. A key issue as the all-new villain moving against Wolverine comes into sharper focus. Now, they could be just saying that, couldn't they? Key issue. But anyway, last issue, I kind of enjoyed it, but it was a bit, at times, some of the choices of the story choices were a bit strange, to say the least, but I did enjoy issue 1, so as I say, I'm going to give this at least 3 issues to see whether it keeps my interest. How about you? Are you reading this? Are you into it? Now this one's been a surprise for me, surprised by how much I've enjoyed it. It is Phoenix, issue 5, written by Stephanie Phillips, art by Alessandro Miracolo. $3.99, 32 pages. Life Incarnate versus Energy Infinite. Jean Grey made a human choice, and it's come back to haunt her. The dark god Pedicus has been freed from prison and set loose on a path of death and destruction. Now the Phoenix must take action to protect her universe. Yeah, I've been enjoying the cosmic scale of this. I like a bit of, sci-fi, a bit of space action, and I've been surprised that I've enjoyed the way Stephanie Phillips is writing the characters. So yeah, I'm on board for as long as it goes on. I think it's just a mini, but maybe not. Looking ahead here, it's got solicits for up to issue 8 for February, so yeah, it looks like it's ongoing. So far anyway. And still with Marvel, and another surprise from last month. Sentinels issue 2 comes out. Yeah, I really enjoyed issue 1, it was a big surprise. Written by Alex Packnadell, art by Justin Mason. $3.99, 32 pages. Operation Shore. The Sentinels have their orders. Enter an enemy nation, infiltrate a maximum security prison, and escape with Sebastian Shaw. Can Lockstep bring his people home safely? Will Shaw get the better of the new Sentinels, or does a greater shadow hang over Grey Malkin Prison? Pretty bonkers cover there, but that's the interior artist, Justin Mason. And I liked his art, yeah. It gave me a little bit of an indie, also 2000 AD vibe to it. And speaking of bonkers, yes, it's here. I think I might be one of the only people who's really enjoying this because it is so wacky, so weird, so out there. Spider-Man Reign 2, Issue 5. The finale of the most audacious and shocking miniseries in Spider-Man history. So says the solicit. It's written by and drawn by Carrie Andrews. It's got 32 pages and it says $4.99 here. So yeah, as I say, it's been, for me, a completely original series, completely bonkers, like its own thing, an Elseworld story for Marvel. But I've enjoyed it and I do really appreciate Carrie Andrews' drawing style. So that's it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this ends, but mamma mia, look at this cover. What do you think? What is going on there? Wow. That is the Kingpin in this universe. Oh my god. Okay, moving on to indies, and we have from Image Comics, Geiger issue 8, written by Jeff Johns, art in this issue by Paul Pelletier, $3.99, 32 pages, Ghost Machine title. Ghost Machine are killing it. There's not one that I'm not buying at the moment and not reading. I'm really enjoying them all. Let's have a look at the synopsis for this. The glowing man's quest for a cure continues as Geiger, his two-headed wolf Barney, and Nate, the nuclear knight, encounter a town that's discovered the secret to peace in this post-nuclear war world. But that tranquility is threatened with the arrival of Nate's former brothers-in-arms from the Camelot Casino and their formidable leader, the new king. Plus, how violent can the glowing man get when a child who reminds him of his own daughter is under threat? You know, what hasn't been said about the Geiger and the Ghost Machine titles? Every single one so far, I think, has been a winner, been a hit. And the art has been great in this. I don't mind the different artists, Paul Pelletier, but hoping to have, wait a minute, is it Gary Frank or Ivan Rice? I'm getting mixed up now. I've forgotten. Let's see if his solicit for the next issue, who's going to be on that. Okay, Paul Pelletier on the next one as well. Issue 9, then issue 10, it says Gary Frank. So there we go. Gary Frank's back from issue 10. Oh wow, issue 10, which is due out in January, has got Junkyard Joe on the cover. Brilliant. Also from Image Comics, we have Ice Cream Man issue 42. 42! The answer to the ultimate question. Okay, this is written by W. Maxwell Prince, art by Martin Morazzo. $3.99, 40 pages. Ice Cream Man presents Horror House, it says on the cover, and all the solicit says is, perhaps we should talk about what's really scary.
You want to see something really scary? You bet.
That's it, that's all it says. Love the cover, bit of a psycho house vibe going on there. Oh, there's a pretty weird variant cover by an artist called Ryan. Wait a minute, sorry for laughing. Ryan Quakenbush. So, are you reading Ice Cream Man? Anybody out there? Is it only me? Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Tales from the Crypt. That's what this series is. Next up, and again from Image Comics, we have The Moon is Following Us, issue 3. Written by Daniel Warren Johnson, who does some of the art, and also the main art is by Riley Rossmo. $3.99, 28 pages. This has been good. It's been weird, a bit different, and Riley Rossmo's art fits in this series, in my opinion. Sam and Duncan finally have the training and firepower they need to go on the assault against the Cascade. It's time to rescue their baby girl. Lock and load. That's all it says for the solicit. I've got to say that I do like this cover. Something catching my eye. And it's not that weird alien's head. Oh, and there's a variant Daniel Warren Johnson cover for this as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Speaking of Ghost Machine, we have a brand new issue 1, a new series starting. The Rocketfellers by Peter J. Tomasi. Art by Francis Manipul. Cover by Francis Manipul as well. This is 40 pages for only $3.99. Fantastic art, by the way. I've seen a preview copy. Got to say, it's really good, really intriguing. Let me give you the synopsis. A new cosmic time travel adventure from the minds of Peter J. Tomasi and Francis Manipul. In the picture-perfect 25th century, the Rockefeller family, living a disconnected and emotionally distant existence, discover a terrible secret. In their hands is the fate of humanity. Hunted down, the Rocketfellers enlist in the Time Zone Protection Program and escape to present-day Earth. If they can't find a way to trust each other in this strange, ancient world of today, they and our future will perish. As I say, this is just a really good adventure comic, a lot of fun, and love the art in this. Yeah, wait till you see it. Next up is a Dark Horse title, Paranoid Gardens, issue 5. Wow, it's already up to issue 5. Written by Gerard Way and Sean Simon, art by Chris Weston. $4.99 for 32 pages. This has been weird and, yeah, something a bit different. Let's see what it says in the synopsis. As main character Lou's traumatic past is finally revealed, all hell breaks loose as the gardens continue to crumble. Patients die, and a bizarre, hostile amusement park cult begins to take over. I can't really describe what this is about without just saying, just check out the cover. Look at this cover, gives you an idea. It's something different, something weird, strange, fantasy, dreamlike, Doom Patrol-esque, Gerard Way, so there you go. Okay, we have Mad Cave Studios presents Flash Gordon, issue 4, written by Jeremy Adams. That's one of the main reasons to buy it. Art by Will Conrad, another good reason. This is $4.99 and it says, The Escape. Flash Gordon, Ming and the Darrenek battle their way through planet Death. Each fallen enemy brings them one step closer to their goal, a ride off this dismal world. The thrilling 4th issue in the hit ongoing series. Now, I don't know how well this is selling. I hope it's doing well because Jeremy Adams, he's one of my current favourite writers. He's writing the Green Lantern series at the moment with DC. Doing great work with that. He wrote The Flash for a while and it kind of caught everyone's attention because it was really good. So yeah, just a really good writer and the art goes well with it. I kind of dropped off this but picked it back up with the last issue 3, and that was really good. You should see it. The art is fantastic. I talked about that in one of my live streams a few weeks ago. So yeah, if you're looking for something different, maybe, if you like a bit of pulpy sci-fi, space fantasy action adventure, maybe give this a try. We have 2 releases from Miller World, Mark Miller this week. First of all, and this is Dark Horse Comics by the way, Prodigy, Slaves of Mars issue 4, $4.99 for 32 pages. Written by Mark Miller with art by Stefano Landini. I've been enjoying this. Yeah, I've seen a preview copy of this issue and it's great yet again. Really good pulpy sci-fi. Why did Edison Crane's older, smarter brother leave home and drop out when he had everything to live for? What made him become a homeless drug addict who literally despised his father? And what ties it all to the planet Mars? Check out the cover here. This will give you an idea. We can see what looks like a portal. Yes. Are we finally going to get to Mars? No spoilers from me. And we also have Jupiter's Legacy, the finale, issue 2. $4.99, 32 pages. Mark Miller again with art, this time by Tommy Lee Edwards, who did the cover here. Has a very painterly style. The mystery behind the series is revealed and we discover not only the secret of the island and where the superheroes came from, but the secret origin of the human race. This is a monumental issue you can't miss. I haven't read Jupiter's Legacy before this finale miniseries, so I'm kind of a little bit lost, but I enjoyed last issue. It was pretty epic in scope, great art by Tommy Lee Edwards, so yeah, I'm on board for this miniseries again. Continuing with Dark Horse, Where Monsters Lie, Cul-de-sac issue 2, written by Kyle Starks with art by Peter Kowalski. $3.99 for this, 32 pages. Look at the cover, give you an idea of what it's about. Welcome to Site C, home of hillbilly slashers, backwoods cannibals, and all the rural killers. I'm sure everything will be perfectly fine here. Yeah, right. And the other monsters send final girl turned special agent Connor Hayes out to kill a babysitter to prove his loyalty to them. The monstrous terrors increase in the 2nd issue of the 2nd arc. Any fans of horror movies out there, I think you'd enjoy this. It's Kyle Stark, so it's funny, it's dark, yeah. The art by Peter Kowalski is suitably gory at times, but kind of like offset with a cartoony aspect to it. I like it, I'm enjoying it, and great colours. The colours really pop in this. Just a few more to go now. I warned you this was a long one. Sticking with indies, Image Comics presents Null Hunter issue 2. Writer-artist Michael Walsh. Also, Gustavo Vargas on art, it says here. And the cover is by Michael Warr, so I'll give you an idea. Clay's next assignment takes him to L3R N3A's slimy underbelly, where he'll have to slice through hordes of neuro-linked henchmen if he wants to find the head of the snakes. $3.99, 28 pages, sci-fi craziness. That's all I can say. From Mad Cave Studios, and this was a recommendation to me, Mugshots Issue 4, written by Jordan Thomas, with art by Chris Matthews. $5.99 for this though, so it's a bit pricey, but John is feeling the full weight of his mistakes as the people closest to him suffer the consequences. The war between the Woods and the Albanians is about to flip from cold to hot, and the shocking truth of what really happened to Grace is soon to be revealed. In the action-packed conclusion to Mugshots, no one is safe as the streets of Brighton fill with blood. It's a crime caper comic set in the UK, in England. It says this is the finale, so just a 4-issue miniseries. I've been catching up on Global Comics, something I subscribe to. It's a site that has digital comics on it, mostly by indie companies and small press, but recently they've had some bigger publishers like DC dropping a load of stuff. Image dropping quite a few titles on there, so worth a look if you're interested. And I do get access to quite a few comics via Global Comics, so that's where I get the chance to, read and review so many issues each week. And my last pick for this week, and it's Mad Cave Studios again, another indie title, The Body Trade, Issue 3, written by Zach Thompson, art by Jock. No, not that Jock, a different Jock. He does the cover so you can see the style of the art inside. Backed into a corner, Kim is forced to reconnect with his sordid past in order to move forward in his search for vengeance. With little evidence, he assembles a paper trail that he hopes will offer more answers, but it only leads to armed guards and a razor wire fence. With little else to lose, Kim decides the only way out is through. I shouted this out for issue 1. I've been enjoying it. It's give you an idea what it's about. It's described as an unrelenting revenge story set against a backdrop of America's aftermarket for dead bodies. There we go. So pretty crazy, pretty out there, but something different again. And yeah, I'm always open to some cool Elseworld style, sci-fi, horror, indie titles. Mamma mia, that was a long one, wasn't it? If you're still here, I've got to say thanks so much for watching and listening this far.
Any questions? Yes, Shaggy?
Like you wouldn't happen to have a bat cookie on you, would you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.